Hey Mexicans, welcome back to this new video where today we're going to be looking at a scenario where what if civilization started over. So before we really begin this, I would just like to say that daily upload month is still continuing until February 1st, but after February 1st it's gonna end. The reason why this is happening is because the PC isn't in fact coming on February 1st or February 11th. The order was canceled, so I'm gonna be waiting till. It's gonna arrive on June most likely. And since it's gonna arrive in June, I can't exactly do anything with that as of right now. So another daily upload month is going to happen on May 22nd because that's when my graduation for school from high school happens. And it'll go all the way to June 21st, which is my birthday. So that's going to be a preparation for that. But regardless, this daily upload month will still go on until February 1st. And if I feel nice about it, I might extend it to maybe February 5th. We'll see, though. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to get to the video. So, a little bit of, so something very interesting happens in this world. And this is where we kind of see, like, the divide of WICSOs from, being a technologically, like, just being a realistic WICSO. Like, it's going to be changing. And, we see a purple meteor hitting our main character, which is Caspia. A purple meteor hits, and they hit close. They hit in Baku. But this isn't just some normal purple meteor. It somehow charges the country with magic. So now, all of Caspia, all the Caspian Black Sea country, they're now a magical country. So like they can pretty much do whatever the heck they want without any repercussions because they're magical. Nobody else will ever have that technology. So yeah, they're magical. They can do whatever the heck they want now. And so we're starting to see the green team do some magical qualities such as like improving the civilian's life using magic. Like there's no homelessness in this country anymore. But here's the thing too. This magic also spills out outside of this universe. So like it goes on a path over Tibet, over to China, down the Chinese coast, over here to the east side of the world, and in the pink beam of light, it goes out of the Earth and through the galaxy. We then start to see this pink beam jump across the multiverse into a different world. We're going to take a look at this world right now. Wait, this map is looking very familiar. Isn't this the alternate future WICSO map? Oh god, yes it is. I knew this looked familiar. That beam is really going places. And it hits Mesopotamia. It hits around near the capital. This meteor doesn't impact cities, but similar to what it did in the other universe, The old empire is now charged with magic, so now they have magic too, and it can do pretty much whatever with it too. So yeah, the old empire and the green team from different series of maps now all of a sudden have magic. Now we see alternate future WICSO continuing with this. And this is going to count as episode 11 of episode 12 of not only my WICSO, but it'll be episode 2 of alternate future WICSO. So I'm going to try to fit both names in the title. But now these two WICSOs are going to be connected with each other, and sometimes they'll go separate routes, sometimes they won't. But yeah, regardless though, we will begin to see the Russians do Russian things. Now, I know they have gotten to the biggest territory they could have, but they want more. Finland? Sorry, buddy. You're not safe. Yeah, I figured this would have came eventually. But yeah, they push into Finland. They focus it on the south because the north isn't really that populated. You take out these few cities, go up to these. And they also capture the capital. And eventually, Finland collapses. Now we can take a look at peace treaty. Which actually Russia will just decide to do something that they've never done. Russia, you're fully annexing them? Really? Okay then. Well, that's that, I suppose. Anyway. So yeah, with the old empire's magic though, they could pretty much at any point stop this. But now we're gonna move on to the main WICSO, which is also gonna be pretty much the primary focus. But yeah. So yeah, the old empire's back, and their ideology aligns with Farmers Union along with these two now. Or wait, I think this aligns with it too. Yeah. They don't make an alliance yet, but so the Trapezoid Alliance is about to have a fracture. Like some of the members stay, but some of them don't. So we will take a look at the members that don't stay. Just Catalonia? Okay, just Catalonia. Yeah, so the rest do stay. Because they want a protective, still want to do a protective alliance. Oh yeah, also, the green team, after getting their magic, they don't tell anyone. But we will also see a new type of alliance form. It's gonna be basically this world's equivalent of the AN, and the green team is gonna form it, and it'll be a federalized thing too. So like, it's not gonna be like the UN where it's there's a Security Council and anyone can veto it. The Assembly of Nations also used to be like this. The Assembly of Nations now the Assembly of Nations, like, any country can hold a vote and any country can vote. The system is gonna be like this in this organization. However, the focus of this organization is now going to be to stop a global war. That is a different focus than the Assembly of Nations. They're only there to stop regional. I mean, not okay. No, actually, these ones were to stop all war. Yeah, these ones were to stop all war. This one only wants to stop global war. There's a key difference there, and there will be a lot of members. We just begin with the Trapezoid Alliance members who will join because they are loyal to the Green Team. So yeah, we have Finland, Russia, Tibet, Norway, all the African countries, this country, this country. Yeah, all the African countries that are in the Trapezoid Alliance will be joining this due to the fact that, yeah. I'm going to be right back once I color everyone. So as you can see, every Trapezoid Alliance member has joined the... I'm going to call it the Federation of the World. The World Federation. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. The World Federation. So, the World Federation is starting to become a big thing. And so I remember it. The World Federation. Yeah, that layer will be always named the World Federation. And in turn, we have, well, some of the independent countries who were released after the World War will end up joining the World Federation, such as China here. China, the Philippines, Japan, and I think these were the main ones, because everything else is already here. Yeah, those were the main independent countries. And then along with that, we also see Africa in general support the idea. Like these two. I mean, they lost the war, but still these two do end up joining. Just because of the support for it being high. This Congo country will join. Along with that, we see Egypt joining. And yeah, the World Federation is becoming successful. Also, Catalonia, who previously left the Trapezoid Alliance, will join. They're pretty loyal to this cause. They just weren't really as binded to join, but they still joined regardless. And the World Federation is actually starting to become an appealing thing to the entire world. As even the decolonized over here, like America, will also favor this. So we see the Mexicans join. Along with that, we see that the Caribbean country joins. This Nicaraguan country joins. Which I think they're going to need a smaller... yeah, I do not like that. Better. We'll go with that. Yeah, they join. Costa Rica joins. Colombia joins. Basically, East Colombia joins. Yeah, West Colombia and East Colombia. We'll go with that. Or actually, Venezuela and Colombia. Even though Colombia doesn't have all Colombia. Whatever. So, Ecuador. Northeast Peru. West Peru. And then South Peru. They join. Brazil joins, but it isn't exactly going to be just them, because Brazil itself will unite. The Brazilian countries have wanted to unite for a bit now. They end up doing so. And what the heck is that? Okay, well, I hate that the color's bleeding. Give me a second. Better, I suppose. But yeah, these countries end up uniting. The capital. The capital will the capital will be placed. That's not the right layer. The capital will go in this frick. Okay, so the capital goes in the former blue country. And we will head back to the World Federation as we see that the Brazilians will go ahead and actually join. Yeah, join. Then we see Chile join it. Then we see this country join and this country join. And yeah, all of America is now under this. That also technically means Hawaii. And yeah. Europe will kind of abstain other than a couple countries. This will be the Dutch. They were kind of influenced to get a new government, so they're kind of in agreement to it because the government chooses so. The Green French, they in general like the idea. The Brittany country likes the idea too. Rome definitely for sure likes the idea. And then Austria and Farmers Union will join soon after. But other than that, that pretty much ends countries here. So Asian countries that join, or at least ones that weren't the Korean releases. It's not going to include everyone, but it'll include like a majority of it pretty much. Actually, everyone, it's going to be like, it's going to be the Old Empire, the Persendians, and the Vietnamese. Everyone in Asia who has already joined has joined except for South India. So, yeah. And the Madagascar countries hold off for now. But yeah, that's pretty much everyone that'll join. So yeah, meanwhile here, the Assembly of Nations isn't a factor in this world, so we can automatically get rid of that. But in this world now, we see that the Russians deliberately attack the old empire. Now see, this is a dumb move. As we know that the old empire has magic, but no one else does. And once they attack, of course, both alliances are going to set off the cross and square alliances. And yeah. World War VI, I believe. Yes, World War VI. So what's gonna happen here? Well, Russia here. Yeah, you're done, buddy. You're losing. Like, buddy. So the old empire, we're gonna start to see the old empire's magic in action as the armies are mobilized and they freaking win. The magic makes the old empire the strongest country in the world. And so they immediately capture southern Russia with no problems. Because Russia's flabbergasted, this will cause their other allies to be able to succeed, such as Poland, who gets a lot of their former land back, or pretty much all of it, I guess. And they will be so flabbergasted that the Polish, in fact, capture the capital. That's how flabbergasted they are. So yeah, the Polish capture the capital, and they hold this. The Farmers Union comes in with the old empire and decides to help. So they push in for this. They capture a lot of Ukraine. Ukraine welcomes these forces with open arms. And we just see Russia as a whole pretty much just collapsing, and the new government surrenders over to the Square team in an instant. This happened within seconds, too, by the way. Keep that in mind. The magic makes the old empire that much powerful. And, well, that pretty much just means that anyone that stands in the old empire's way is going to be eliminated. So that includes this country. And their ships. Yeah, they have spaceships now. That's what the magic gave them. Their spaceships head over towards Australia. And yeah. We see that Australia is not doing so hot. And as a matter of fact, this entire thing will actually surrender in order to keep their territory. Now see, the old empire is not trying to take Australian land. They're gonna release some countries, but they're not exactly going to completely eliminate Australia. They're just gonna release the countries that they took over the years. So they'll probably go back to southwestern Australia, but we'll take a look at that. And I don't think there's any more cross members, right? No? Okay, peace treaty time. So yeah, this is the final peace treaty. So first of all, the cross alliance is forced to disband. Second off, the Russians lose all lands that for the most. So they lose land to Poland, Farmers Union, Ukraine, and the old empire. Also, the pink team got some land indirectly because yeah. But these Russians over here stayed because they wanted to. And all this is core Russian territory here, so it stays, of course. But gold Ukraine is back. Poland is back to its former border. Estonia's back. Farmers Union back. Pink team has Farmers Union gain land. Pink team, yes. And Australia. The interesting part about this, they do not actually like, okay, so Australia stays united due to the fact that it can't really exactly split up, because all the former land that could have split up is just all under core Australian territory. But they will still lose land. And who do they give the land to? Indonesia Unitaria. Yeah, I figured. And also, they can't have like Australia keeping these other islands, so they decided to give it to Indonesia Unitaria. Yeah, this makes sense. It's a bunch of land loss, but not really, as the core territory is still fine. Especially New Zealand. New Zealand is definitely a core too. Yeah, they're fine. But with that being said, though, it'll end the first dual series episode I've ever done. So that'll end this, and it'll end this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in a new video. Peace out.